What up, Chad? It's your boy Slick the Victor. We're back today with another episode, man. Today we're gonna run through a couple of things. First off, I want to shout out to everybody, the Hunter Side ENT Clubhouse TV content's been contenting over there. So yesterday, as you know, Tory Lanez was stabbed in prison. WACK 100. We covered that yesterday, but we got some new information that came out today. So we're gonna listen to WACK, run through that. Make sure you hit the like, share, subscribe button, and let's get to this content. And then after that, we're gonna run into that Diddy stuff, man. It's been going down. But WACK 100 pretty much talks in this video here about the prison politics and what Tory Lanez is going through currently and what happened with the Mexicans and people like Spider Loke lying on WACK. It's been getting crazy out here.
We got the media team in here. We're the media
team. We got content. TV's in the go. We got
Got
TV in the go. WACK.
Looking for that fire Clubhouse content? Well, you need to subscribe to the home and your Clubhouse TV. Let's
Shout out
get
to Clubhouse
to
TV,
the
man. You already know the
content.
That's a good one.
In the block.
Man, I'll take a nap, wake up, all hell them broke loose.
Yeah. Oh,
Hey, what?
A lot of Logan did an interview. Well, I guess he had one of them niggas in there with a phone call him, or he called them, and he put the content. He ain't do nothing wrong. Every Mexican blog, WACK 100 trying to start a race ride,
Literally.
leaks phone
That's
call.
crazy because I've been seeing that all over there. I woke up this morning on the internet and the last video we just did is doing some numbers, man. If y'all can't go check that out, it's WACK 100 explains the Tory Lanez situation by Slick the Victor. But yeah, man, it's crazy. So pretty much all of these different blogs are saying WACK said this, WACK said that, like saying WACK's pretty much trying to start a race war in the prison system. But we're gonna get back into this content. It's crazy. Keep listening.
Call. First of all, that ain't me, that's Spider Loke. Second of all, they keep DMing me saying he wasn't a Southsider. Hey, listen, bro. Didn't nobody identify what is Norteño, Sureño, Paisa, motherfucking whatever. It don't matter. If it's a Mexican, it's a Mexican.
Yeah, it's a fact. He did not say who
Tory
it was.
from Canada.
He did not name the gang.
This is the facts. If it was been an Asian, a Samoan, a black, they ain't have to say a black Crip or a black blood or a black Christian or a black Muslim. I don't get what y'all saying. Since when did what's going on one of them type of yards steamroll to the streets? There's some people that's going to be concerned about him that know him personally. I'm one of them. Yeah, cool. But you like, yo, on some real shit, it used to be funny. It ain't even funny no more. To where you hear Spider Loke. He like, damn, cuz. All that. And you that up in the head, I'm starting to think you just like, we got to say it's WACK to get some traction.
That's a fact, right? So a lot of these little pages that you see all of them talking, oh, WACK said this, WACK said that, everything to blame it on WACK 100. Everyone wants WACK 100 to fall. And it's crazy because WACK is making everyone else fall. Listen, WACK is devious, man. All right, this is chess, man. This is chess. WACK's a wicked dude.
We gotta say it's him for it to make sense. I'm starting to get to that point because it's like, God damn, ain't no way y'all listening to this conversation when Spider Loke did or said nothing wrong. The individual on the phone didn't do or say nothing wrong. This is information I got earlier from one of my homeboys that's on the yard. He ain't said nothing wrong. He just got it on the phone. Now, why dude got on that phone? Well, he probably didn't know Spider Loke was going to record him or put him out live because he know when that prison hear that call, one of them guards recognize that.
They're going to recognize that dude's voice and they're going to go right to that, strip that cell, take that phone. So Spider Loke, that's dry snitching, B. It's crazy, nasty work.
Voice, your phone is out of here. I was kind of,
all
on
that
Spider Loke's side, he might should have cut.
Content.
Left that one alone. But whatever, shit, he put it out. But goddamn it, give the credit where credit's due, man. Like every other day R&B, you saw anything come up, come out, whack 100, whack 100. Listen, I got a very distinctive voice. I'm going to say and do whatever I'm going to say and do. But damn, man, give them people their little credit, man. and it don't matter what gang you're from, or if he's a dropout or not a dropout. We simply said, when people say, what happened to Tory? He got stabbed. Who stabbed him? A Mexican.
That's it. That's all I
That's
said.
it.
No gang was mentioned at all.
That's the facts. We don't know what kind of Mexican, where he was from. We don't even care. That's what it is. Whatever them people gonna do, whatever the politics are on that yard or whatever that's going on, then they gonna do what they gonna do. You ain't heard me speak about what they're gonna do. I don't know what they gonna do. I don't even know what it was over. We just know Tory Lanez was a victim, and it was a Mexican individual, regardless of who he is or what he is. If he's a midget, if he's 6 feet tall, if he's a gang member, if he's not, if he's a dropout, whatever, we don't know. We just identifying the race of the individual. We're talking about a prison attack. And that's it. Those are the facts.
What facility is he at, Wes?
Goddamn, cause that on the 58 over there. Goddamn,
out there in Tehachapi, ain't he?
In Tehachapi. Yeah, off the 58 over there.
So what's his status? Is he okay?
Yeah, last I knew, he was all right. I ain't heard from him directly, but
they said he was breathing. They said
he was breathing on his own.
He was breathing on his own. So we'll see.
Yeah,
he's still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive. Hey, we was talking about earlier, WACK. Can you explain to them? Because a lot of us are saying we don't know, like, you know what I'm saying, but about flipping the yard, like when they come.
So this is what they doing. Like, you'll have a mainline yard, which means it's a general population yard. These are large. You got general population yard, which is these are people who's supposed to be in good standings when it comes to prison politics. Then you got a 50-50 yard, which is half people that's in good.
Not to stop it again, but this is crazy because you would think that you would think Tory would be put up like in the, where no one else could touch him, man. I don't know. Something just feel off about this whole situation to me. I don't know what the situation is. I can't wait till we find out some more details about it, man. But drop some umbrellas, man. Tory, feel better. Let's get back to the content. This is crazy.
Good standings and have PC roll up. Then you got your sensitive need yards where the whole yard is just PC, whether it's pedophiles, rats, whatever. This whole yard is PC, sensitive need yards. So what they starting to do, because I told y'all years ago, now it's like 3 out of the 5 prison yards is PC or sensitive needs. So now it's like,
because PC used to
we ain't got nowhere else to put these. In my day, a PC or just went to the hole.
Yeah, that's
they didn't dominate no yards. It's like 1,000, 1,200 per prison yard if they occupying the gym or not, right? Depending on what prison it is. So PCs just went to PC. You went to the hole. Now it's more PCs than general population. So what they'll do is they'll say, all right, we got this prison. I'm just going to throw a name out there. We got Folsom. All right. We got Folsom prison, and this was all PC yard. We finna send a bus. We're going to put 400 on this bus because we don't got room to put all these PCs that's sitting in reception center waiting to come to a yard. So what we're going to do, we're going to take 400 of these 1,000 when it's Folsom PC, 50-50 yard or PC yard, and we're going to send them down here to Tehachapi.
32 owned prisons and 1 leased prison, and then a total of 34 prisons under its jurisdiction in California. This is crazy. And over 120 jails. Yeah, Cali's definitely got a lot of prisons and jails.
And we're going to take 400 of them as general population, put them on the bus, right? To make room for these 400 we finna drop on here that's PC. Now you got and took a general population yard, if this what it was, and you didn't made it 50-50 yard. Half dropout, half good. Which to some people now, they're gonna say it's all a dropout yard. They saying now, if you're good, you're supposed to assault the PC dudes and get sent to the hole to wait to go to GP yard. Now here go the thing. Ain't finna be no more GP yards. Every yard gonna be 50-50 or SNY. That's what it's gonna be. So that's what it is. This is a yard to where 50% of the people is GP, like Tory Lanez, with general population. They send him there. And then 50% is PC dropouts. Now the thing now is so many PC dropouts, they didn't create their own gang. They got a gang called the 2-5ers. Black, white, Mexican, Crip, Blood, North, South, don't matter. And they taking off.
2-5ers, that's what
It's simple.
was
You got a
talking
bunch
about
of killers in there that maybe he did something and they PC'd him up. It's easy to PC and you put 21 niggas, stab him up, they get him off the yard and say he PC'd up. So now right here they've been stabbing niggas for 20 years. Y'all done PC'd him up because he got a drug debt. You done sent a bunch of niggas at him. Okay, he ain't got no choice. Now this nigga right here that became Shaka Zulu. He done took a tribe of these gangsters that then got attacked by a dozen people and said, we're gonna keep doing what we knew how to do, and we coming together. I got the Mexicans, the whites, the blacks, the Crips, the Bloods, the Bay Area, whoever, we together now. And any nigga we catch, the general population, we stabbing their ass up. This is what's going on in prison. So they put 400 new on this yard.
2025 is different, man. So they done gave the people who were gang dropouts, rats, snitches, pedophiles, and everything else, they then gave them pretty much the keys to their own yard, where they formed their own little clique, where anyone who comes in that's not one of them, they're trying to take that person out to show how gangster they are. This is crazy, man. This is wild. Back to this content.
Ain't no telling. Whoever this dude is could have came down from another joint with instructions. It could have been a stare off. It could have been, I don't know, they don't know why he did it. Nobody spoke on why he did it. He was slipping, he was by himself, he got comfortable. So
yeah.
That's what it is.
Chat right now, please.
It said it's supposed to close in March, but they moved it to the official closing and everybody being out by November.
What's supposed to close in March?
The Chuckawalla Valley State Prison.
Chuckawalla. I did time at Chuckawalla. That's in Blythe. That's at the California-Arizona border. Remember I told y'all I got bit by a spider and tasted vinegar for 2 weeks? That's down there. That's Chuckawalla, and you got Ironwood. They side by side. Chuckawalla's closing.
It's supposed to have closed already in March, but they said to move the prisoners, I guess for space, they moved it to November, but they are moving them out of there. The official close, everybody will be out by November. So
but Chuckawalla ain't got nothing to do with that prison. Got to do with where Tory at.
No, I'm saying, do you think they took some of them over there?
I don't know where they brought from. You know how many penitentiaries we got in the state of California?
Just told you, 34.
I just looked up because
every penitentiary got a second penitentiary to it. Well, shit, we should be Folsom now. There's Folsom and New Folsom. Soledad is New Soledad. We got it. I believe we got more penitentiaries in the state of California than we got schools. It's a fact.
Somebody here that they was closing a lot of prisons, right? So I just went to check it. This the only
they closing
that I found
they under construction. That's why they're closing.
Was the Chuckawalla Valley State Prison is closing. It was supposed to have been closed all the way down. Everybody moved out by March, but they saying everybody moved out by November now.
There's almost 100,000 inmates.
Yeah, I mean that one ain't got nothing to do with the other. I don't know where they come from. We got 35 state prisons. Department of Correction, Rehab, CZR operates 34 prisons, at least the state also 44, because 44 state camps,
and 120 county jails.
and it was 390 youth facilities, but that ain't
I
there.
ain't
They
even
been
look at the
shutting
youth
them down.
facilities.
So we got a bunch of, them shutting down. I don't know where them come from. Shit, they can come from anywhere. They just flipped Lancaster. I know that because Jay Hood
was in the chat.
just hit me and they told him, pack your shit up. You going Calipatra. So they just pack your shit up. You out. Yeah, Calipatra. Yeah, they just straight up. So they just straight up in Lancaster State Prison on the 4 yard. They came and told him, well, y'all been watching on this thing. Pack you out. Prison bus going to Calipat. They probably took Calipat and sent them somewhere else. So, it ain't no telling where they come from.
Like, are they really trying to open Alcatraz again?
Yeah, Trump.
That's Trump talking about.
Yeah, because I thought it was closed.
That's crazy. Shout out to the boy.
It was like
man, that shit
inhumane.
was 10 years from now. That's Trump talking. Just talking about to put the world's worst prisoners.
So I get what you're saying, Wack. So you saying, guess what? The prison ain't even got to be closed. So when they flip yards and they move people, they just grab, like you said, 100, 400 from any prison and move them to another place.
Move them straight there. So what they just rotating. That's all they doing. They making room. You got 2,000 sitting in reception. They've been sitting there. They got to try to get to a prison. They're like, okay, we got to get these out to start their time. Okay, we're going to send 100 of them here, 100 of them there, 100 of them here, 100 of them there. They take them 100 that been on them yards already, put this on the bus. Now they done made bed space to move the reception. Why you got to move the reception? Because it's telling you getting sentenced to the state penitentiary in the county. So now you got to sit in the county a year, 2 years to go to the penitentiary. So they got to go to the reception. They can't move to the reception because it ain't no bed space. So now they got to make bed space and put these on the yard. So we're going to take the bin on the yard, put these on the bus, and we're going to just distribute these throughout how we got to do it. They playing musical chairs. That's all they doing.
So this could be just a literal, like, crash out, like a nobody just trying to do something.
Could be. You never know what it is. It could be following orders. It could be a crash out. It could have been high. Yo, man, I didn't have fights. A fight will start off of a look. I don't think y'all get it. You could be looking, yo, what's up, homie? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's on. That quick.
Facts.
That's it. That quick.
And we really don't know what really happened to Tory.
Ain't got to be, you know what I'm saying? I done caught at least, I'd probably done caught, through my time, I done probably caught an extra 3 years of extra time on top of time I just had to do. At least 9 months to a year of it was from a look. Straight up. Off look.
So you think they don't know who he was?
Yeah, they know where you don't know. I give up. What that mean? You in prison. Who you are? What that mean? That's supposed to mean something?
Yeah, you all in the same space. Everybody equal.
Nobody care about none of that. That's why I said, I don't know why he ain't like with all the celebrities.
Nobody give about who nobody is. Nobody give about none of that. That ain't how that work. That's just prison mentality. That's why that day when that shit happened with Michael Jordan, I didn't give about none of that. Give about who know. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody give that nigga. You know who you are? You a man. That's it. You the problem. That's how that mentality works. Don't nobody give about that. Once your mind is clicking like that, just clicking like that. This is why I do everything possible to keep my mind from clicking like that. Because once that click is out, that's it. If I can stay in that space where I'm focused and I'm cool, when them get that shit at no jumper, you're not getting me to click guy. When I bag up, see, if it's forward progress, it ain't gonna stop. Once I bag up, that's it. I'm not with it. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is why I move with the same team. My team is gonna read me, and I gotta be responsible for my team. I would engage in that shit. They gonna engage. When I bagged up, you know what they told them? This ain't what we doing.
Ain't it? It's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, when another one, that's what they doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't fault. Well, I don't. I can't fault their team for moving how they. Me personally, my team they gonna try to diffuse it if they think it's some shit I ain't supposed to be doing, because ain't now one of us scared of one another. But you know, this is why I tell ladies all the time, know who you dealing with, know who you getting with. When you out at your Walmarts and driving down the street, stop talking shit to people, man. You don't know who you dealing with, man. You get it to glitch out on your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Somebody having a
Straight
bad
up.
day.
hey,
My daddy told us at the age of 5,
Yeah.
don't you ever run up
Somebody
in
having
no
a
man's
bad day,
face,
be
don't even
your
talk
last
to
You
him.
don't know who you dealing with. Y'all think you know who you dealing with. Being dealing with and been through something that who ain't all the way right, ain't all the way sane.
yeah. Hey, don't ever.
I don't even argue with y'all. I'll whoop your ass. Okay.
He gonna get away from me. He ain't gonna pay you no mind, but you get to. I tell people that you don't know who you dealing with, man. You know, y'all see these people just did 35 years, 40 years, and when I see them people, I know them people up and don't even know it. Long as they can stay in their own humble little lane, they cool.
Just leave
But
them
you
alone.
put them people in a situation where they finally glitch out, and you ain't gonna be able to stop it.
They don't mind going
I've
back.
been there before. So, far as when he get out the hospital, he definitely moving, right? He not going back to the same place.
Well, it's easier. I mean, see, that's what I'm saying. Depending on, I don't know who the individual is that did it, and if they know, well, I'm pretty sure they know by now. They on one of them yards. So, depending on who that individual is, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like it's easier to get rid of one than a group of people, and then we still yet to see how the black population is going to react. They're on lockdown right now. Yet
So
to
is
see
it who decides if you go PC or not? Do you request it or they look at your
not in his
status?
situation. In his situation, he's
He's high
he's a
profile because
celebrity.
he's a celebrity. Okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't send his ass to CMC anyway. They playing anyway with him. You know what I'm saying? Because most of them
That's what I was
celebrities and
saying.
shit, they go to like CMC and shit
Yeah, he
like
shouldn't
that.
even
You know
be
what I mean?
It's crazy.
But in this situation, let's say this is a Mexican from somewhere. Let's just say he's from somewhere. It's easier to remove Tory than remove all of them. Because if you bring Tory back, it's a chance it still might be carried out. It's still a chance if he go to another facility, because word could get there if it's about something. I don't know what it's about. Maybe it's just was some personal. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Who called you? Like his pops called you?
No, hell no, his pops ain't called me. His right hand called me.
Yeah.
He called me first. I didn't say nothing, and I waited until the homie on the yard called in. You know, we got some homies on their yard. It's right there.
Then comes the trickle effect. Everybody's
That's the same
like,
way
oh,
I
Wax
dealt
said
with
this,
when all
Wax
that
said
Kendrick
that.
shit
It's
was
crazy.
going on, because it's a homie that's on the yard. You know what I'm saying? I can call in and what's happening, and we figured out
Shout out to
how we
everybody in the
figured
chat.
it
Drop
out.
a like, share,
You know what I'm saying? So,
comment down below if you don't know. Appreciate you.
So we've yet to see the reaction of the yard. They let that yard loose, get off, they're going to slam that down again. And then Tory definitely for sure ain't coming back. They for sure ain't taking him back there at that point in time. So Tory finna be in for a rough ride. He going for sure.
They might put him in the hole.
It's a good chance he going from the medical, from the hospital,
straight to the hole.
Straight to the hole.
Oh, See?
For
There
sure
you
going
go.
straight to the hole or somewhere to hold him where they gonna transfer him.
He got to do the rest of his time in there.
Unless he get lucky, they just sit him to another yard, but it's still too close. So you know.
All right.
Because those are all out there together, huh? The Hatchapee, Wasco, Delano, they all in the.
So yeah, man. So that was WACK talking about the Tory Lanez situation. So as you heard, WACK is not trying to start a gang, a race war in the prison. All right, he all he said was it was a Mexican who did it. He didn't say what set or where they were from. If they was dropout, nothing like that, man. So stop with the BS narratives. We're gonna get back to some more content on the Hunter side. If y'all can like, share, subscribe, drop a comment below. I also got some new merch coming out for you guys this week. So keep an eye out for that. I'll be dropping the Shopify link and everything connecting it to the channel. Also, go follow my Instagram at SlickterVictor. If you guys don't mind, at SlickterVictor, SlickterVictor. And my name is right here on the screen, as you can see. So now we're going to jump into this Diddy content. Oh, Cassie had dudes peeing in a mouth.
We got the media team in here. Where the media?
We're the media team. We got content. TV's in the go. We got TV in the go.
You looking for that fire Clubhouse content? Well, you need to subscribe to the home. Hey, yo, Clubhouse TV. Let's get to the content.
Get to the content.
In the block.
You talking about he into it? No, that she was into it.
Yeah. According to
think
that
more
guy,
about it
old freaky guy was talking about she instructed me to piss. And I don't know if it was in the mouth or the body. Where are we getting the mouth from? Y'all
They said the mouth.
That's what I want to ask. So yesterday, a few people came into the Puff trial yesterday. Excuse me, that's just my weed whacker out there whacking. Pause. But anyway, a couple of people were introduced in the Puff trial yesterday. One was the exotic dancer that they hired, one of the sex workers, sex slaves that they hired. There was a few the security guard from the Beverly Hills incident. So what y'all think below, man? What y'all think so far about the trial? And then we're also going to listen to this here. This was some new info that came out yesterday about Cassie being urinated on or maybe drinking it, or I don't know how that was going down. This sounds like some real TP2 R. Kelly type stuff going on. So we're going to get right back to the content. Listen to WACK 100. Let's go. Hit that like, share, subscribe, comment button. Let's drop it.
I don't think they just ran
They
with
said
that.
the mouth. They said the mouth.
My head go to dang. Fellas, pay attention, bro, because these women, they can take something that they was voluntarily with and play victim to get me to believe with this nigga about 15 years.
Facts. Yeah, that's crazy. You see what just happened with Lil Wayne too? We could run through that too after this. Lil Wayne's girl he been with for like 4 or 5 years. She just kicked out on Mother's Day. Her and her grown daughter. It's not even his kid. And she told us she's suing. Where's the attorneys at? So this is what y'all do, right? Y'all wait. Okay, cool. Instead of just walk away from the situation, man. You ain't gotta. I don't know. That's just some snake stuff, man. But listen to what I gotta say.
Yeah. It's times if I can remember dude saying.
Shout out to everybody in the chat.
She would be the one orchestrating everything.
Let's go.
Some of the male strippers.
That's what the dude said on the stand yesterday.
Yep, he said that
real
yesterday.
Shit. So this is what I'm saying. It's a thin line between her taking something that she was voluntary with, that was a fetish of both of them, or whatever it may be, and now he made me do it.
Right.
He made me do it. I think
she had 15 years
with
that she could have walked
Cassie,
away from the relationship.
I'm gonna be real.
Unbelievable.
Is when you start doing it, everything for Young Miami that he told he was gonna do for her and never did it. I think that's
she got upset or bitter about it.
Yep.
Yeah, pushing her career.
Yeah.
Wish she never did that.
In the block. I'm not saying him whooping her ass or whatever is cool. I'm just saying that I think all that led up to you ultimately praying her behind his back and you moving on. I just think it didn't work out for you. So here it go. But I wouldn't give a what they say. The sex work, the females pissed on her face. She opened her mouth up. I guarantee you it happened more than 10, 15, 20 times. I guarantee you that was part of their thing.
What y'all think? Y'all think this was normal behavior on Cassie's part? Because she did stick around for a long time. You know, not to say, you know, we'll see what else, what other additional information comes out in this trial. But what y'all think? Let me know in the comment section below. Do y'all think Cassie was in for these activities? Do y'all think that, you know, she was being forced to do these activities? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below.
Them was doing everything under the sun, it looked like. Now is he held me captive. What, he held her captive, he held her down. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
I got a call.
You know,
She not innocent.
you know, I hear you, but it's like you ain't around that 15 years.
I'm on stream. I'll call you when I get done.
Participating.
I'm on stream. I'll call you when I get done. Right.
And you just innocent of it all. You ain't.
And then all of a sudden, you know, it's a problem. When I hear that,
appreciate y'all pulling up.
Let me know they was into some kinky. I don't hear nothing forced because it's like
forced to do these activities, or you think that she was a willing participant?
Was you in agreement? Was you cool? You know what I'm saying?
Because you went that long with it, like, how is it a problem all of a sudden?
Yeah, that's my thing. So you know, you could take anything and say, okay, this is not going to sound right to a normal person. So now I can say it, cry behind it. I felt like I had to do it.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they was both beating each other ass. You got drugs, alcohol, all different types of influences.
Alcohol, everything for a mix for disaster. When you're in a relationship, living together, close quarters, I'm sure it was coming from both ways. I'm positive of that.
Yeah, hot-headed, short-tempered, all different types of shit. I wouldn't be surprised if Cassie was beating his ass.
Man, I think, listen, they had sexual experiences. Do I think Diddy introduced her to it? Definitely. Do I think she embraced it? Definitely. What they call it? I think Diddy unlocked her. Unlocked her and exposed her to some other shit.
Wack talking like we unlocking characters in Pokemon, B. Come on, Wack, not unlocked her.
Dude said it was at a point where she would be setting things up and
she was
having
calling
us come by
she
and
was
telling
picking
us
them
what
out.
it's gonna be. So at that point, what is it?
I was listening to the transcript, like this dude, he was reading the transcripts, and it's not an open courtroom thing. So the male stripper, it was funny when y'all was saying that, I was thinking about the male stripper's testimony. He said that basically he was a former stripper, and that this is his testimony, parts of his testimony. He was a former stripper, and that he was called by one of his people to go meet up with a couple. And so he arrives to the house, and this lady comes to the door with red lingerie, Cassie, red wig, and I think like maybe some eyewear or something like that. She had something like that, but she was just like sexy with a red wig on. Anyways, he says she escorted him to the back.
Chat, everybody in here, can y'all let me know down below in the comment section below? Do y'all believe that Cassie was forced to do this stuff, these activities, or was she a willing participant? Just let me know that down in the comment section below. Just give me a yay or a nay. Let's get it.
Back to a room. He said that he didn't notice at first, but then he saw a guy sitting in a seat with a mask on. That's where probably the mask came from. The mask with a mask on, and then she was like, "Do you mind coming in and using some baby oil on me and giving me a massage? My husband's not gay or anything like that. He just wanted to treat me to a nice massage." So he says while he was performing the massage, that the man who he couldn't recognize, but he knew he could recognize him, but he recognized him by his voice, was masturbating in the corner of the room while she was getting her massage. He said after a while, like he said, he started meeting up with them a couple more times, and he said it got
right there.
Okay.
So when he came, he just anticipated coming to give her a massage. That's it.
That's what he said that he was hired to do.
Okay, he was hired to come give her a massage. Okay, cool. So
a happy ending.
A traveling masseuse coming to massage. So the minute, I mean, when I take on B to spas, a lot of times we're in the same room together, right? But the minute
massage chat,
dudes start masturbating, Why dude giving a massage is where he violated. Right there.
Right. So then the guy looks whack. Then the guy continues, and this is pretty much the end of it. Because again, I was just getting like kind of like the rundown via transcript, the way the guy was reading it and shit. But he says that he was called out to meet up with this particular couple a couple more times. He said sometimes he was paid anywhere from $700 to $5K to meet up with them. And he said at sometimes I didn't get paid. And then his response after that was because the reason why, I guess they had asked him, like, why weren't you compensated or why weren't you getting money or whatever? He said, at this point, I was in a circle of people that I never thought I would be around.
So they brought him to the lifestyle lounge parties. If you lived in LA, you know. I ain't gonna say much else, but like now that he's part of the lifestyle. Here we go. Let's get into it.
He said, so I didn't even care anymore about getting paid. I just wanted to be in there. I wanted to be with basically having access to these folks, being in their inner circle. And I thought that was interesting. I'm like, okay, that's probably how a lot of people get down
and Cassie
in that circle. That's not no defense for Cassie. But yeah, like once you exposed to some shit, you might hang around for a little while. This around for 11 to 15 years.
Well, I will tell you this. If dude did that and he came back again and again and again, at that point, I'm going to feel like y'all got to understand it. The first time it was a violation, but it seemed to me like he didn't react and go report nothing. So yeah. Maybe he was into that. Maybe he got into that. Whatever the case may be, it went from...
What y'all think, Jack? Would y'all have stuck around just to be hanging around this?
It turned into some...
Or would y'all have backed out?
It looked like it was an agreement. It was cool.
It was cool for him. He was cool with it. That's what he was pretty much saying in so many words. Like he was good with it. Like getting paid or not. At first, getting paid was great, and he would like to be paid every time he comes. But he found himself around, people that he never thought he would be around. Access to shit he never have access to. So he just started becoming a part of their little whatever.
There's a cup.
Like freely doing it. Like just doing whatever. Whatever he was asked to come to the house to do, he was down.
So he was asked to do more than massages eventually over time?
That's what it seemed like. But remember, this was just the guy reading through a transcript trying to give us the main point. So
why would Diddy allow his children, them little girls, them daughters, to be in that courtroom knowing he got some explicit sexual shit finna be talked about?
That's a fact. You heard that?
That's how everybody felt.
Would y'all let y'all's kids come there, especially the two twin daughters? Would y'all let them come in there to hear these crazy details, man? Drop it in the comment section below. Would y'all leave the kids at home, or you think he needs the kids there to show the jury some compassion, show the families all tight knit together? Just let me know what y'all think down below. This is crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't have did that one. That's crazy. What else we got on it?
In regards to the...
I'm trying to extort this nigga. I don't know if they played it or not.
Oh yeah, I read that yesterday. They had an 8-minute talk between her and her lawyer talking about extorting Diddy.
What?
Yeah.
Damn, how do I get that tape?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. That's what it allegedly been saying around. So
that made me think about what you said a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago. It's like a little recently, WACK, when you was like, people, it's gonna get weird. This AI stuff. Like, not saying that the audio's weird. Yep. If it's real, it's real. But yeah, shit can get real weird, and we're gonna have to come out with voice authenticators to make sure that's the real fucking voice.
I was just using that Chat GPT thing the other day, chat. I seen that Sora thing, and I took a picture of me in London or whatever, and it made it move. It looked crazy. It didn't even look like me no more. But it was my voice. It was pretty wild.
How do you get that between her and the attorney?
How y'all feel about this AI stuff?
Right.
Shit, that's a little different.
Maybe maybe they was in a certain room and had a video. I don't know. That's tricky.
That's crazy, man. So look, I'll be back on stream later on tonight. But as you just heard, man, we ran through the Tory Lanez stuff. I'm gonna break these videos down, edit these up, put these up. We talked about the Diddy stuff, man. It's just crazy. We're gonna cover more of the trial this week. I'll be going live probably at least 2-3 times a week, covering as many details and upcoming events as possible. Stay tuned. It's your boy Slick the Victim, man. I appreciate all y'all coming out, popping in. Shout out to the 100 side of the trenches. Shout out to Clubhouse TV. Shout out to WACK 100 for the content. Academics, everybody. Love y'all. Y'all be safe. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. It's your boy Slick the Victim. We out.